If you're having a difficult time trying to make layups in NBA 2K24, today I'm going to be helping y'all out by showing y'all my settings I use, how to use the layup meter to lay up the ball more consistently, finishing badges you should put on, and how to unlock certain jelly animations that make you finish more consistently at the rim. But before we get into it, don't forget to like it up, subscribe. We is on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Let's get straight into it. First thing that we're going to be going over is the controller settings, which is very important. Now, the shot timing, you want that to be on shots and layups, and the shot timing visual cue is really a personal preference, but a lot of people don't know this. But if you got your shot timing on jump, that's basically very early. If you got it on set point, that's basically early. If you got it on push, it's late, and release is very late. I'm gonna be having mine on push. Most importantly, you need your layup meter on. Now we're moving on to the settings. You want your shot feedback on all shots, so you know how you time your layups, if it's early, if it's late, so you know how to practice on it. Now we're going to the animation store, and you want to go to the Layup Styles, and as you can see, these are all the layups you can get. Most of mine is restricted on this build, but the best layup you want to get is Kyrie, Irving. Most layups you need like an 85 for Kyrie. Most is like 80, 82, stuff like that. But speaking of Kyrie, we'll be using Kyrie, Irving for this tutorial. Now we're gonna start off with the basics. We're gonna do the right and left hand layup. Now with the right hand layup, you want to start with the ball in your right hand. You want to run to the basket on the right side, and all I like to do is hold square. This is really good if you just on a fast break, you just blue past your defender, you basically open, you know, it's nothing too fancy. Basically the same thing on the left side. You just want the ball in your left hand. You want to run to the basket on the left side and hold square. You're gonna get the same layup on the left side. Now if you're more of a stick user, you want to do the same exact thing, but hold the R stick to the right if you're doing the right hand, and if you're on the left side, you want to hold it to the left side. Now with this layup, now if you got a defender in front of you, I really wouldn't do this layup because you're gonna get put in a stupid animation. You might get blocked because the layup is basically simple. It's gonna be a slow little layup to the right, to the left. Now if your defender is on your hip, you might get off, but it's really not promised because I know Kyrie, he be doing that little scoop layup, which is very effective. I'm be showing y'all how to add a hot step using both hands. Now all you want to do is for the right hand, have the ball in your right hand, run to the basket, and what I like to do is put down the R stick diagonal down. You're gonna get a hot step into a lay. Now this is very effective, especially when you got people in the paint or a center in the paint that just jumping randomly, not really timing they block. So you're gonna really be patient with the ball. You're gonna get right under him. You're gonna get the easy lay every time. Now, it's the same thing with the left hand, but you want the ball in your left hand, run to the basket on the left side, diagonal down to the left with the R stick, and that's all you're gonna do, man. You're gonna get the hot step, you're gonna get the lay, easy buckets right there. Another way I like to do the hot step is all you want to do is run to the basket, press square, and then hold square to time your layup, and it's gonna be so simple. Now me personally, I prefer this way better than using the R stick just because it just feels more comfortable, but do whatever best for you. I'm gonna show y'all how to add a spin to y'all layups, and this is the most effective move you can do when finishing at the rim, and this is how you do it. So you want to spin and lay up on the left side, all you have to do is have the ball in your right hand, be on the left side. You want to run diagonal to the basket to the right side, and I say this because when your defender is guarding you, they gonna think you're trying to finish on the right side, but you're not. You're gonna fake them out by double pressing square, the spin to the left side, hold square, and you're gonna lay the ball up every single time. Now it's the same thing if you want to finish on the right side of the basket. You want to be on the right side of the court, have the ball in your left hand, running diagonal to the left side, because like I said before, your defender gonna think you're trying to lay the ball up on the left side. You're gonna fake them out by double pressing square, hold square. You're gonna lay it up every single time. Now I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when you do this move, they're gonna get caught in an animation, which is perfect because your green window gonna be so wide, they're not gonna know what to do. Now if you want to do this move going straight down the middle, it's basically the same thing, but when you run diagonal to the basket, you want to make sure you more diagonal outward, so when you double press square, you end up in the middle and you can lay the ball up every time. It works for both sides, but me personally, I really don't like doing it in the middle because it's more likely for you to get blocked, because even if they don't get caught in animation, if you do it on the left and right side, if you lay the ball up, the basket is protecting you from getting blocked, and sometimes you can't even get a contest because the basket is in the way. So I prefer doing it on the left and right side, but if you master this, you definitely gonna be finishing a lot more at the basket. Now I'm gonna show y'all how to do the reverse layup from the baseline. Now you starting off at the right corner, you want to have the ball in your right hand, you want to run to the basket, let go of the sprint button, hold the R stick to the right, and you're going to get the reverse layup every single time. Now this is good when the defender is under the basket, he be jumping early, stuff like that. You get the easy lay on the other side. The window, your green window, is going to be wide because no defender is going to be there. If you're doing this on the left corner, it's basically the same thing, but you want the ball in your left hand, you want to sprint to the basket, let go of the sprint button, and hold the R stick to the left side, and you're going to get the same exact layup. Now sometimes you might get a slower reverse, sometimes you might get a faster reverse. That's just in Kyrie Irving layup package, but all of them is effective, I promise to you. Now if it's two defenders in the paint, then you might not want to do this layup, but if it's just one, then you're gonna be good. We is moving on to the floaters. Now this could be very effective if you know how to use it right, because this is more complicated than all the other layups. But what you want to do is you want to run to the basket, hold down the sprint button, let go of the sprint button, and hold down the R stick to time it, and that's literally all you do. The thing I like about this, you can literally do it at any angle you want. It goes the same way. Run to the basket while holding down sprint, let go of the sprint button, hold down the R stick, and you're gonna do the floater every single time. Now usually I only do this when the center is just camping in the paint, he don't want to leave the paint. You can easily get a floater. It's green every time, I promise. Now I'm gonna show y'all boys how to jelly from any layup you want to do. Now this is all you got to do. Now you got to use the R stick on every layup, so run to the basket, use the R stick whatever layup you're doing, and when you time your layup with the R stick, all you want to do in mid-air, spam square. That literally all you got to do, and you're gonna switch your layup up every single time. Now this could be very cheesy, especially if you got acrobat on, because that's really made for that. Now I'm not gonna count to y'all boys, this can really be effective. I've seen people hit some tough layups with this animation. Now you can do this from every angle, you can do this from anything. Now it's kind of hard doing it from the baseline, the reverse, but I think it's possible. But that's all you got to do. Run to the basket, use the R stick to time your layup, and when you're using the R stick to time your layup in mid-air, just spam square, and you're gonna switch it up in mid-air every single time. Now we're moving on to the badges. Some badges that you should use. The most important one is Pro Touch. You literally, if you're using the layup meter, you want Pro Touch on, because if you mistime your layups, sometimes with this badge it will literally help you, and then you can green it even if you mistime it. Fearless Finisher. Now with Fearless Finisher, when people defend you in the paint, sometimes you might do a layup with the layup meter and your green window might go away or get smaller. It prevents it from getting smaller because you know you're a fearless finisher. Giant Slayer. Now when you got Giant Slayer, it's really for the short players, because if you taller than your opponent, this badge will not work. But if you short and your opponent taller than you, this is going to prevent you from getting blocked. You get more layups off and things of that nature. Another good badge I recommend y'all to use is Acrobat, especially when you're doing those spin layups. You know you're gonna be doing all them jelly animations. This is going to be good, and it's going to really boost your layup every time you do a spin. So you more of a fancy type of person, I recommend you to use Acrobat. Shout out to everybody who made it to the end of the video. You enjoyed this video. If it helped you out, I would highly appreciate it if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. You made it to the end of the video, so there's really a sign for you to hit that subscribe button. And while you at it, don't forget to turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload, man. Your boy Big B is out. I'm gonna catch y'all in that video. Peace.